So Apple released the entire line of iPhone 13. And a lot of people are asking if it should be upgrading to the new iPhone or it should wait a little longer for the next year. And a lot of people that have not have an iPhone 11 or below want to know if this is gonna be an upgrade that will worth it your money. So in this video, I'm gonna compare two iPhones. If you have an iPhone 11 Pro Max and you wanted to go and get the 13 Pro Max, this is the video that I'm going to show you the comparison between those two phones and hopefully to make it help you decide if this is gonna be for you, if you're available to pick up one of those new phones. Alright, so before we start, if you are new on this channel and you like the contents of this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like. And if you want any questions, have any questions about this video, don't forget to write it down in the comments below. I also stream on Twitch Monday to Friday. The schedule is in the description below. And also, we're gonna start streaming on YouTube twice a week. The time is gonna be also on the description below. All right, with that out of the way, we're gonna start actually showing you the physically differences of those two phones. I particularly ordered a iPhone 13 Pro Max coming from a iPhone 11 Pro Max. Usually, a lot of people used to upgrade every year back in like maybe 2017, 18, where the differences are big every single year. And more and more people are waiting more and more longer to update to compensate the upgrade for the value of the phone. And I am actually going to compare today the 11 Pro Max with the 13 Pro Max. And I'm going to show you, start right now, the unbox real quick. And then I'm going to show you the difference very close, the physical differences. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look on the specs of the both phones. All right, so this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. The box is just a plain black with some of a color from actually the phone that you're gonna get. This one in particular is a black that I chose. It's more like a titanium kind of color than a completely black. So I went through this color right here. So we're gonna go ahead and open this case. It doesn't come with a charge at all, so let's go and take a look. They look pretty nice, very it's very light than I thought. Let me push it out here on the side for a second. Let's see what else is in the box here. There's a lightning cable which it comes normally with every single iPhone. That's, you know, if you need to use it. And then all the stuff that came regular with the iPhone, which is sticker right here, and also the pin to you can go ahead and open your iPhone for put the SIM cards in your device. So let's go ahead and take a look on the phone itself. I don't need this box anymore. Let's go take a look at the phone. The phone is a little bit heavier than the 11 Pro Max. The design is completely different since this design comes from the iPhone 12 Pro. The bump of the cameras is super much more bigger than the last year, especially for the 11 Pro Max. It looks really nice in the edge. We open right here, and also we can see that it's a little bit bigger, but now compared with the iPhone 11 Pro Max, completely different design. You know, from all around, and the phone is a little bit bigger in your hand. The bump of the cameras is way bigger as well. If you see right here in the back, the black, it doesn't have much about his black, is more like a titanium. So overall, it's a big difference on the cameras, size of the cameras, and the side overall is a little bit bigger than 11 Pro Max. Overall is a very nice phone with a very good quality. So that's the major differences between those two phones if you put it side by side. All right, so we are right here on the Apple website to compare both phones, the 11 Pro Max and the 13 Pro Max, the newest one that just come out. So if you're jumping in, like I say, if you're jumping in from the 11 Pro Max to the 13 Pro Max, we're gonna go ahead real quick here to see the difference between those two phones. So if you're going to go scroll down, we're right here looking at the camera. Actually, the screen is bigger on the 13 Pro Max than the 11 Pro Max. With the difference of the screen, the biggest difference is not just the size, which is a little bit, you're probably not gonna notice that much, but the ProMotion, if you not everyone, but the majority will see it, because if they used to use it any iPhones before, not any Android, they will see the difference on the 13 Pro Max. The other jump, the big difference between those two phones is also the 4G for 11 Pro Max and 5G with the new one. So that's a big difference right there for quality of your speed for your internet using your cellular. The ultra wide fold is the same right here, with the difference of the cinematic mode, which is a new feature on the new phone. So we're gonna talk a little bit down there with more details. The 11 does not have that. Also, the optical zoom range from the 13 Pro Max is a little bit bigger, 2 times more than not 2 times more, 6 times and 4 times on the 11 Pro Max right here. The LiDAR scanner for a night mode, this right here is something they start with the 12 Pro Max. Also the 13 Pro Max have that feature, which is scan areas, also like give you a posture in the night mode much better. It's something, and also the AR experience, like the AR, if you use a lot of AR on your phone, it's supposed to give a better experience as well. Now the iPhone Pro Max does not have that feature, especially a night mode does not work that way. I don't think it even work it. So also the big difference right here is the A15 and A13 chip. Of course, the A15 is a faster chip and computer for your cell phone. Right here you can see that the GPU is have a 5 cores on the 11 Pro Max, the 13 Pro Max, then 11 Pro Max. And then the 13 Pro Max have the new 16-core Neural Engine, which the 11 Pro Max only have an 8. So that is a big jump right there, 2 times more in the 13 Pro Max. Another thing that I wanted to highlight here is the jump from the battery from the 11 Pro Max is 20 hours of video playback. The 13 Pro Max is 28 hours. So between those two phones is 8 hours of improvement of battery. This is a big jump. If you jump from the 11 Pro Max to the 13 Pro Max, is absolutely great. So that's a really good thing right here. The Face ID are the same. The glass on the phone is basically more resistance with the 13 Pro Max because of the ceramic shield front right here. Everything is basically the same, except a little bit more. The 13 Pro Max here and the water resistance is a little bit better, but that's not for a lot. Also the difference, the 13 Pro Max and the 12 Pro Max have the capability with the safe mag to charge your phone. That's another thing. If you do have those chargers, you can use it on the 13 Pro Max. If you don't, if you don't have any 12 or 13, you probably have the 11. You really don't use it, so that's not a huge difference. However, right here on the capacity, which is the store on your phone, the 11 Pro Max, if you do have the lowest storage, you probably have the 64. Now the lowest one that come with the 13 Pro Max finally came with that 168. It's already a double size of your storage just there, and it's fantastic. Now for crazy people, they want to go all the way to 1 terabyte, go ahead, go crazy. But I think 128 for me, 64 is still good. 128 is a big jump and a big upgrade between those two phones. Now the display, what we're talking about before, definitely display the 13 Pro Max a little bit bigger. Over here you can see that the biggest difference between those two phones is the ProMotion. The ProMotion is how fast is smooth. You can scroll up and down. And the good thing about the ProMotion from Apple is flexible. So you can, if you have to use 120, we will use 120. But if you're not, like if you're reading or not really scrolling too much, it goes down to maybe 30, 20, depends, to save the battery. So this is a pretty cool technology, and it's very good. Actually, for me, it's a very big jump from one phone to the other. And not for everybody, but for some people, it is. Okay, so the HDR display is the same. Over here, basically, it's all the same, except that The 13 Pro Max have a 200 more nits, so it's a little bit brighter than the 11 Pro Max. Besides that, I'm gonna scroll down real quick over here with the camera at. The camera right here, when we're talking about physically in the back of the phone, you will see that's a bit bigger, the camera on the 13 Pro Max than the 11 Pro Max. The difference of those two phones is the telephoto and the ultra wide aperture right here. You can see that, for example, the wide aperture is 1.5 compared with the 1.8. That means that you can get more light into your camera to take the photos, and those wide and ultra wide. So the photo is going to be much better if you use it in this specifically mode. Everything else is the same except the Apple Pro Raw from the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and you can actually use that feature to, if you edit a lot, and that way you can take photos in a raw mode. But the 11 Pro Max do not offer that. This is not everyone is gonna use it, so if it's something that you're looking for, there we go. It's a good update right there. Optical zoom, not major difference anyway here. Just scrolling down, photographic styles is something that the 12 as well had that. It doesn't have an 11 Pro Max, so it's another feature that you can add it if you are looking for. The video recording, the big difference over here is the cinematic mode. The cinematic mode basically turns your phone into a shot that you can actually use as a portrait mode. That means that you can shot the video recording, focus on the main character of that video, and change the background, blur background, or if somebody's in the background, it will blur the person in the front, the back and forth. It's something pretty cool that they are using on this iPhone here, the 13 Pro Max only. So if it's something that interesting to you, this is really a big cool thing. So because the 11 Pro Max do not have that at all. Okay. All right. So yeah, so this is all the specs between those two phones. All right, so overall, those two phones, the 11 Pro Max and the 13 Pro Max, big difference between those two phones. If you have the 11 Pro Max and you want to upgrade for the 13 Pro Max, is a big difference. As we can see, all the specs is a big jump for a phone, especially the Pro Motion. I actually use it for like today a little bit, and I saw the difference, a lot of difference, much smoother and everything. So if you come from my 11 Pro Max and you want to, I don't know if you really want to go to the 13 Pro Max, hope this video helped you to decide it. In my case, I think it's a very big advantage to come from the 11 Pro Max to the 13 Pro Max. But of course, if you can pay the money for this phone, which is the 13 Pro Max start at $1099, and then you have a way or a plan that you can actually switch for that. Those differences between those two phones is pretty big, especially the battery, which I cannot really review right now because I don't have the phone more than 8 hours. So eventually I'm gonna do another review just to make sure and see how that goes after 15, maybe a month, to see how the phone compared with the 11 Pro Max. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like it. Hope that helped you to decide if you wanted to switch or not. And thanks so much for coming, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.